The film opens with a voiceover explaining that there was a time when Earth was heading toward a massive energy crisis. Electricity was running low, oil reserves were almost gone, and gas shortages had started affecting everyday life. Even basic things were becoming difficult and the world was moving closer to collapse. Then everything changed. A company called Lunar Industries discovered a new energy source called helium-3 and used it to build a clean fusion power system that now provides nearly 70% of Earth's energy. Helium-3 is not found on Earth in large amounts. It comes from the sun, carried through space by solar winds, and over billions of years the moon's surface absorbed it into its soil. That is why Lunar Industries built a mining base on the moon in an area rich with helium-3 and began harvesting it on a massive scale. The base is mostly automated. Huge machines constantly dig through the lunar surface, collect the material, and prepare it to be sent back to Earth. Because the system runs almost entirely on its own, only one human engineer is needed at a time to supervise the operation. That engineer is Sam Bell. He is another worker sent to this silent station, expected to do the job, survive the isolation, then leave. Sam's whole life is work and routine. He drives a rover out to the harvesters, picks up the filled containers, loads them into a launcher, and sends them home. If a machine breaks, he repairs it himself. His only companion is Gertie, the station's AI. Gertie is not a walking robot. It hangs from ceiling tracks, moving silently through the base while helping Sam with whatever he needs. Still, life there is crushingly lonely. Sam has been told the communication satellite is broken, so he cannot speak to Earth live. He only gets delayed video messages. To stay sane, he talks to Gertie, tends to a few plants, and builds wooden models just to make the station feel less empty. When Sam first left Earth, his wife Tess was pregnant. While he was away, she gave birth to their daughter, Eve. Now Eve is already 3 years old and Sam has only seen her through recordings. The only thing keeping him going is the fact that his contract is almost over and he is finally close to seeing them for real. One night, while building a model and making coffee, Sam suddenly freezes. A little girl is sitting across from him. He stares in shock, burns his hand in the hot water, looks back, and she is gone. Sam tries to blame stress and exhaustion. Gertie treats the burn and he goes to sleep. The next day, another helium-3 container is ready, so Sam heads out to collect it. As he nears the harvester, dust and rock are flying everywhere. Then, inside that cloud, he sees the same girl again. For 1 second, he loses focus. The rover crashes straight into the harvester. The vehicle is mangled, Sam is badly hurt, and oxygen starts leaking fast. He barely gets his helmet on before blacking out. When he wakes up, he is back in the station's medical bay with Gertie watching over him. Gertie says he was brought in after an accident, but Sam cannot clearly remember the crash. Gertie blames a head injury and says he must stay in the med bay for a few more days because his body is still weak. Later, Sam hears voices and stumbles out to investigate. What he finds makes no sense. Gertie appears to be having a live video call with mission control. That should be impossible. Sam was told live contact with Earth did not work, but as soon as he gets close, Gertie ends the call and claims it was only a recorded message. Sam says nothing, but now he knows something is wrong. As he recovers, he notices the harvester he hit is still broken outside. He decides to go fix it, only to learn Gertie has locked every exit. When Sam demands to leave, Gertie refuses, saying he is not stable enough, physically or mentally. Then Gertie plays a message from the company saying a rescue team is already on its way to repair the damaged harvester and restore operations. Until they arrive, Sam must stay inside. That only makes Sam more suspicious, so he creates a distraction. He damages a pipe and causes a gas leak. Alarms go off, and while Gertie rushes to handle it, Sam claims a micrometeor may have struck the station. If that happened, the outer shell could also be damaged and someone needs to inspect it from outside immediately. At first, Gertie still refuses, but Sam keeps pushing and adds that if he handles it quietly, they will not need to report the incident to mission control. That finally works. Gertie unlocks the exit. Sam runs to the suit room and notices something deeply strange right away. One of the spacesuits is missing. There should not be anyone else on that base. Ignoring the fear, Sam takes the remaining suit, drives back to the disabled harvester, and sees his crashed rover still wedged beneath it. He looks through the shattered window and spots a suited figure inside. Sam climbs into the wreck and reaches for the helmet. He lifts the visor and freezes. The man inside the wreck is Sam. Same face, same body. So if the injured man in that rover is Sam, who is the Sam standing outside? Shaken but moving on instinct, the Sam from the station drags the unconscious one back to base and demands answers from Gertie. Who is this man? Why does he look exactly like him? Gertie refuses to explain and says the injured Sam needs treatment first. Soon, the wounded Sam wakes in the medical bay. Gertie asks the same questions as before, where he is and what he remembers. This Sam says he remembers the crash. Right before impact, he saw the face of a little girl in the dust and lost focus. At first, the injured Sam thinks he may still be hallucinating. He asks Gertie if someone else is on the station. Gertie dodges the question again, but later he sees the other Sam clearly. He confronts Gertie, and this time the answer comes. The other man is also Sam Bell. The two Sams turn on each other. The newer one says he arrived about a week ago, so the older Sam must be the clone. The older Sam fires back that he has been there 3 years, so the newcomer has to be the copy. Then they compare memories. Instead, it makes everything worse. Almost all of their memories match. Both remember Tess. Both remember life on Earth. But the newer Sam has no memory of Eve. Then Mission Control sends a message. A rescue team is on the way and will arrive in 14 hours. The older Sam wants to believe he is finally going home. The newer Sam does not. He tells him to think. Why send a crew all the way to the moon when the two of them could repair the harvester themselves? This is not rescue. It is cleanup. His theory is simple. After the crash, the company assumed the older Sam was dead, activated a replacement, and kept the new one locked inside so he would never discover the wreck. But that failed. The new Sam got out, found the rover, and learned the truth. Now the incoming team is probably coming to fix the machine, erase the evidence, and quietly remove the injured Sam. The older Sam cannot accept it. But then the newer Sam points out something worse. When the crash happened, he woke up in the medical room almost immediately afterward. That makes no sense if he had been sent from Earth. No company could get a replacement there that fast. So there is only one answer. He was already on the base, and if one spare Sam was hidden there, maybe there are more. Maybe the station contains a secret chamber full of backup clones. The older Sam still resists. He says he knows every corner of the station, and there is no hidden room. Besides, why use clones when the company could just hire workers? The newer Sam gives the brutal answer. Because real people are expensive. Sending humans from Earth again and again would cost a fortune and risk actual lives. Keeping cloned workers on site would be faster and cheaper. A dead worker could be replaced almost instantly, and the mining would never stop. That also explains the communication lie. Maybe the satellite was never damaged. Maybe Lunar Industries kept every Sam isolated on purpose. The newer Sam becomes obsessed. He tears through the station searching for a hidden room. He finds nothing. Then he demands that the older Sam move a table covered with wooden models so he can search under it too. Sam refuses. That table is one of the few things keeping him together. The argument turns violent. The newer Sam shoves him, they crash into each other, and the older Sam's nose is broken. The newer one flips the table, searches under it, and still finds nothing. Then the older Sam attacks from behind. The newer one grabs him by the throat, but when he sees blood pouring from Sam's nose, he snaps out of it, lets go, and starts apologizing. The older Sam walks away, furious, and finally asks Gertie the question he has been avoiding. Is he a clone? This time, Gertie tells the truth. He asks Sam to remember the first day he thought he arrived at the station. Sam remembers waking in the medical room and being told his shuttle had crash-landed. Gertie admits it was a story. There was no shuttle crash. Sam never arrived from Earth. He was activated in that room. Gertie explains that every new Sam wakes up weak and disoriented while the body and mind adjust. So the station tells each clone the same lie about an accident and memory loss, just to keep him in the medical bay until he stabilizes. Every Sam has gone through it. That truth breaks him. Then he asks the worst question of all. What about Tess and Eve? Gertie says those memories are real, but they belong to the original Sam Bell. They were copied into each clone. So the life in Sam's head did happen. It just did not happen to him. He is carrying another man's past. That realization tears his identity apart. He starts unraveling, blasting music, and stumbling around the station. During that breakdown, the newer Sam apologizes for the fight and reveals one more detail. When he first woke up, he heard Gertie speaking live with Mission Control. The older Sam starts repeating the old story about the broken communication satellite, but the newer Sam says that was always a lie. The satellite was likely working the whole time. The company probably blocked the signal on purpose, opening it only when needed and shutting it again so each Sam would stay isolated. Sam thinks it through. He knows the station systems well enough to realize one thing. If that signal block were being controlled from the base computers, he would have found proof. The only answer left has to be outside the base. So both Sams take rovers and drive in opposite directions across the moon, searching beyond the station's safe range. Warning alarms start flashing, but they keep going until they find the truth. A huge antenna stands alone on the surface. It is not mining equipment. It is a signal jammer. Lunar Industries placed it there to block live satellite contact, making sure no Sam could freely call Earth and learn what was really happening. But before Sam can process that, his body starts failing fast. He vomits blood inside his helmet, barely gets back to the base, and then coughs up more. One of his teeth falls out. Now a terrifying thought hits him. If every Sam has a 3-year contract, what happens when those 3 years end? He decides to check the station logs. The database is locked, but Gertie quietly enters the password and opens everything for him. What Sam finds is devastating. For nearly 15 years, the company has been repeating the same cycle. One Sam wakes up, works the moon base, grows sick near the end of year 3, then disappears and is replaced by another. Sam watches the old video logs and sees the pattern clearly. Every version of him starts breaking down. Hair falls out, teeth loosen, blood comes up. Then each one is told he is finally going home. The company places him into a sleep pod and says the trip to Earth will take 3 days, so he must stay asleep the whole way. But the logs always end there. Not one of them is ever seen again. Sam closes the pod himself and sees a burst of energy inside. Near it, he notices ash. That is enough. The clones were never sent home. At the end of each contract, they were destroyed. Then he spots a panel in the floor. He pries it open and finds the hidden chamber Sam 2 was searching for. Together, they go inside. The room is filled with sleeping Sam clones, lined up in rows like spare parts. Now there is no doubt left. Every 3 years, one Sam is discarded and another is activated. Then Sam remembers Tess. He grabs a laptop, drives past the jammer's range, and finally makes a live call to Earth. But Tess does not answer. A teenage girl appears on the screen. Sam freezes. It is the same girl he kept seeing in flashes. Keeping his own camera covered, he asks for Tess. The girl gently tells him Tess died years ago. Then she says her name is Eve. Sam asks how old she is. She says 15. That one answer changes everything. The life in Sam's head is much older than he believed. Tess is gone. Eve grew up, and the world moved on long ago. Then Eve calls for her father because a strange man is asking questions, and Sam hears him. The real Sam is alive on Earth. The clone ends the call immediately. He is crushed. The life he wanted back was never really his. When he returns to the base, he is shivering badly and can barely move. Sam 2 helps him into bed, watches the recording, and finally understands everything too. Then he comes up with a plan. With Gertie's help, he starts waking a fresh clone. He tells Sam they can hide one of them inside the Helium-3 launcher and send him to Earth. If the launcher lands safely, that Sam might disappear before the company catches up, but the rescue team is almost there. If they reach the crash site and do not find a body in the rover, they will know the truth has been exposed. So Sam 2 suggests using the newly awakened clone as a replacement body. Sam refuses. He will not save one life by sacrificing another. And he already knows his own body is failing too fast to survive the trip anyway. So he decides Sam 2 will go instead. Sam himself will return to the wreck because they cannot escape this system by becoming just as cruel as the people who built it. By now they are no longer enemies arguing over who is real. They are two versions of the same man trying to do one decent thing before the end. On the way back, Sam collapses. Sam 2 places him inside the ruined rover, says goodbye like a brother, and returns to the station. There, Gertie gives one final warning. Everything that happened has been recorded in his memory. If the rescue team checks those records, Sam 2 will be exposed the moment he reaches Earth. So Gertie makes one last loyal choice. He tells Sam 2 to erase his memory and reboot him before leaving. Sam 2 does it, climbs into the launcher and blasts off just before the rescue crew arrives. By the time the team reaches the station, the newly awakened clone is active inside, so everything appears normal. They assume he is the same Sam who survived the accident and carried on with the job. They never realize another Sam has already escaped. At the crash site, the older Sam is still alive, but only barely. From inside the wrecked rover, he watches the launcher rise toward Earth. Knowing that at least one version of him got free, he finally lets go. The reason is simple. A Sam clone is only built to last 3 years. Days later, the news breaks across Earth. A Sam clone returns from the moon and exposes Lunar Industries for using human clones as disposable workers. He brings proof of the lies, the isolation, and the way the company treated living minds like replaceable tools. The scandal crushes the company, its reputation collapses, and the truth finally reaches the world. And that is the ending. A man went to the moon believing he was counting down the days until he could go home, only to discover that home was never waiting for him at all.